Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Day 2 of the 2022 Reach Symposium. As you can see from the agenda on your screen, we have 3 hours of presentations, conversations, and case studies to look forward to today. You will experience the entire program right here on the Symposium event platform. Like yesterday, we encourage you to submit questions and comments throughout the sessions using the buttons on your screen. To learn more about Reach, please visit the Reach Alliance website. Now, I am happy to introduce Ella Hartsoe, Reach Alliance researcher, to deliver today's land acknowledgement.
Hello, my name is Ella Hartsoe, and I am a Reach Alliance researcher at the University of Toronto, where I am studying human rights, justice, and policy through the Master of Global Affairs program at the Munk School of Global Affairs and Public Policy. Our team's case study research seeks to spotlight the work of Indigenous communities in Northern Ontario, who collaborated with provincial, federal, and nonprofit partners to ensure as many people as possible in remote communities had access to COVID-19 vaccinations. These efforts were life-saving and speak to the ways in which First Nations, Métis, and Inuit communities across Turtle Island exemplify resilience in the face of challenges, showing us what care for community really looks like. Those of us who are settlers on this land can strive to learn from Indigenous core values of reciprocity and community building. This is the practical implication of the land acknowledgement we say here at the University of Toronto. With that in mind, we wish to acknowledge this land on which the University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional territory of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to live and work on this land. We also understand that people are joining us today from around the world, and we encourage you to acknowledge and reflect on the Indigenous territories you occupy. Now, it is my distinct honor to introduce Mr. Michael Froman, Vice Chairman and President of Strategic Growth at Mastercard, and a dear supporter of the Reach Alliance.
Good morning. The Mastercard Center for Inclusive Growth has been a supporter of the Reach Alliance since the Reach program got started back in 2015. And I'd like to welcome you all here today to kick off Day 2 of the 2022 Reach Symposium. While I'm sure we'd all rather be in person and hope that we can get back together that way soon, I'm delighted that we could all be together this way. And it's a reflection of the many challenges and changes that we're all dealing with. I followed the important discussion you had yesterday about how to reach the unreachable, those in digital and economic deserts, how to leverage data and insights to drive social impact, and the importance and necessity of collaboration across the public, private, nonprofit, and academic sectors. We recognize the unique impact that the private sector can have in advancing equality and responding to crises, and especially when working with governments, nonprofit organizations, universities, international organizations, and the like. And that's become all the more important as we're dealing with the emerging digital divide that we saw during the pandemic, and how important it was for more people to be included in the digital economy. You know, from the private sector's perspective, it can bring innovation, both in terms of technology, but also in terms of business models and ways of reaching people. It's important that technology be a force for good, of course, and we're helping more people access services online, whether it's healthcare, education, financial services, or the like. Competition in the private sector can be a powerful tool. It reduces costs for individuals and small businesses. And creating profitable ways to achieve social impact, commercially sustainable ways of achieving social impact, is the surest path towards ensuring that the private sector can achieve social impact at scale and go beyond what philanthropy, as important as it is, can do on its own. The importance of being included is so much highlighted by what we've just been going through with the pandemic. The reality of our world today reflects the urgent and important need to get behind the guiding vision of the Reach Alliance and the Symposium, to investigate and understand how to reach those who are hardest to reach around the world, and how we, societies, nations, individuals around the world, can emerge from the pandemic. Now more than ever, we're focused on the need to bring together the brightest minds from across the globe to address this challenge. In 2020, the Reach Alliance announced plans to scale 6 more top universities around the world by 2022. And we're thrilled to support Reach's efforts to welcome university partners from Africa, Asia, and Australia, in addition to current partners in Mexico with Tec de Monterrey and the UK with University College London and Oxford. Researchers have published work on how to reach last mile populations with essential goods and services in 7 case studies. And their work shows the need to deliver development in all corners of the world and to include and amplify impactful approaches that come from all corners of the world. In that regard, I want to congratulate the researchers and the global scope of researchers that highlighted efforts in India, Peru, Guatemala, Zimbabwe, Mexico, and Mozambique. We're thrilled that Mastercard's support has helped to grow and expand the Reach Alliance and bring the Reach Symposium to all of you today. Our partnership with Reach is not only about an investment in knowledge and know-how, but also an investment in the next generation of creative, principled, and committed leaders from around the world. In closing, let me congratulate Joe Wong and Marin McLeod and their teams for this exciting milestone. And thank you to all the researchers, faculty, students, and staff who are shaping this discourse and dialogue. We're looking forward to another exciting day of conversation and discussion on the future of resilient and equitable sustainable development. Thanks very much.